Hey y'all, welcome to my video of the 2022 roadside counts that I do. My name's Tim Brown. I mean, you're on my page, so you know who I am. But we're back. Bird season's coming up. We're getting excited. I go every year around my area and I do a roadside count of what pheasants that I see and what chicks. I do what the temperature is. I do what the humidity level is. I do what the dew point is, and I look for everything. I mean, there's a few days this week that I saw some huns, which really makes me excited because they're in a place. They're actually both sets that I saw are in places that I can hunt. Not saying that I'm going to see them again, but the one brood was pretty good size. She had 9 little ones with her, or they had 9 little ones with them. I saw some turkeys. I take account into that. I even count the deer that I see. And I heard on a podcast the other day that there was um they count the mourning doves too, which I never thought about doing because it would be astronomical. But I think next year I'm gonna do the mourning dove count too. Just gonna throw that on there too, as accurate as I can make it anyway, and see what it is. But I want to welcome everybody to my page. This year we're gonna do quite a few videos. I've got 8 episodes planned that will be during the season. They're gonna go from early October till probably right around New Year's. There'll be 8 episodes, and then there's gonna be stuff mixed in, just GoPro footage episodes that I'm gonna put on my YouTube page. And there actually might be some that's exclusive to the website beardeduplander.com. Everybody would go there. I might do a subscription plan, get some deals, on some stuff, some giveaways, stuff like that. That's down the road though. So those 8 episodes will be coming out, and I'm not going to give away what I'm doing or what the themes are for each episode, but I mean, they're going to be very entertaining. There's a theme to everything that I'm going to do on all these hunts. So I'd love y'all to subscribe to my channel, help me out. That would help me out a lot in the algorithm, and maybe we can get a little extra so we can bring more episodes in the future. I know next year I'm gonna have a big turkey swing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go down south and I'm going to do a turkey tour with a good friend of mine, a couple good friends of mine, and so that'll be on the spring version of this, and then I know we're gonna do some fishing stuff too in the summer. So I'm gonna try to make it a regular thing there. I put something out maybe every week and give everybody an episode, 15, 20 minutes. But now these ones that I have coming out in the fall are gonna be full 20, 25 minutes or so um episodes. So I know what everybody's here for. Everybody wants to hear my roadside counts. I live in Northwest Iowa. It's not a secret. Northwest Iowa is by far the best part of the state to hunt pheasants. And the last couple years that I've done these counts, they were a little down, I thought, until fall when the birds actually showed and we had no shortage of pheasants. Now, I started this about 6 years ago when I moved up here. I've got a book for every year. And the first year I moved up here, it was flooded. I mean, the river had flooded. There was a lot of wet spots. The second year, the numbers just absolutely skyrocketed from the first year. And then the third year, so 3 years ago, the numbers doubled from that. So on that, I went back and I looked in my books on that third year, which would have been um 2018, I think. 2018. I don't have my book in front of me, but 2018 or through 2019, I recorded 8.4 birds per mile, which I mean that was by far our best year. Our group harvested 280 or so pheasants throughout the whole year. So that was by far the best year that I've ever hunted in my life. I killed 74, I think it was. By far the best year that I've ever had pheasant hunting in Iowa. But anyway, so on to this year. it's been extremely dry in my area, and we're having a very severe drought. A lot of the farmers are worried about their crop. So I went into this with zero expectations, but I was pleasantly surprised. So the first day, um, I went out. The temperature was 63 degrees, perfect. The dew point was at 60. There was dew all over the road on Monday, on or all over the fields on Monday morning. It was absolutely fantastic. I couldn't have asked for better conditions. So I traveled 18.65 miles. I did notice that the grasshopper crop is absolutely ridiculous right now. There is so many hoppers all over, and I actually saw um, quite a few little ones eating grasshoppers as I was driving down the road. So that makes me happy with what I saw. Um, as far as adults went, in 18.65 miles, I saw 11 hens and 6 roosters. And then the chicks, I saw three that I would call probably 2 weeks old. Um, 10 of them were to the mid range, probably, I don't know, maybe a month old, maybe. And then there was actually 18 of them that were larger that actually were starting to turn their color. So there was 31 chicks, 17 adults, so it equaled 48. So it ended up being two and a half, well, 2.57 per mile, which is absolutely wonderful. Like last year, sorry, Ants is out in the back squeezing on a chew toy, but last year it was almost 1.4. So I'm pretty optimistic. And my count last year, it was so dry last year also that there was no dew on the whole week that I went out. There was zero dew. So it ended up being really good the first day. The second day was a little tougher. It was really, really dry. I didn't see as many. I only saw 6 adults and 16 chicks. But on this one, the one that I want to note, on the second day, I saw 12 chicks that were in the smaller range, the probably 2 weeks, like just barely learned how to fly a little bit smaller than a quail, maybe, you know? And so that just means to me that there was a renesting at some point in the summer. The hens actually got their renest done. So I was happy about that. And I did see two huns, and they had 2 chicks with them. So that was a huge plus too, in a spot that I can hunt. But if I see them, I highly doubt I'll shoot at them unless there was chicks that I didn't see. You know what I mean? Like they could have been sitting way tighter because I get out of my truck, I go down and I try to kick them out. I don't go down walking through the ditch. I just, along the side of the road, I'll, kick some rocks into the dirt or into the ditch and see if I can't get them up. So there could have been more chicks, but I don't know. So let's skip ahead. This was a good day. This was the third. Um, temperature was 73, so it was a little bit hotter. And I saw 16 adults and 33 or 16 adults and 17 chicks. So I had 33 total birds, ended up being 1.7 per mile. The thing that I will note was the turkeys I saw. I saw 2 hens, 2 different spots, 2 hens. One group had 4 poults, and then the other group had 6 poults, which and they were very they were fine. They were gonna make it. They were big enough that they were flying and had no trouble with anything. So that ended up being 1.7 per mile. Um, skip ahead to the fifth, and this was probably, I think actually this was no, the fifth and the sixth, which is today, were the exact same number. I had 45 total birds. I had 23 adults yesterday, which yesterday was really wet, really dewy. It was 67 degrees. Um, the chicks were all in that mid to large range. I didn't see any small ones, and there was 22 of them. So I had 45 birds, and it ended up being 2.52 per mile. unbelievable. That really good numbers. I was really pleased with that. So, on to the 6th, or sorry, yes, the 6th, which was yesterday. I'm sorry, it was the 5th and 6th was yesterday and Friday. So this one, the temperature was quite a bit warmer. It was 77 degrees at 6:40 in the morning. So it was warm, but a ton of moisture on the ground. Absolute ton of moisture on the ground. So there was a lot of birds on the road. Adult wise, I saw 25 adults and there was 20 chicks. And now on all these days, the broods sizes varied. I know that the largest brood that I saw was on the nope. The first day I had brood sizes that were 8, 7, 6. Um, on the last 2 days, I had a brood size that was 8, and then on Saturday I had a brood size that was 8. So 8 was the biggest brood that I saw, which they were all in the, if there was any little birds with them, there was 3, if not 6, but they were all, that 5 to 7, 8 range of how many birds were in the group, which that means they had a good hatch. That means that everything was pretty copacetic. I mean, it wasn't bad. I was extremely pleased. So all in all week for 7 days from Monday to Sunday. Yep, Monday to Sunday, I averaged 2.94 birds per mile. Almost 3 birds per mile, which in when the state numbers do come out, it will be, I'm thinking it'll be lower than that, but theirs is a pretty theirs is a bigger range, but I've been doing the exact same 20-ish miles route that I've done the whole time that I've lived up here for the last 6 years. So, I'm just trying to keep it as consistent as I possibly can, and, I'm kinda but not really being selfish. I mean, a lot of the spots that I hunt are in the area that I travel. So, I wanna know what the birds are where I hunt. I thought about maybe next year doing the week later and going to a different part of this area and see what I can see, maybe doing a different route. So doing a route from the first week in my usual spots, and then a route the next week in something completely different. Someplace that's not that area, which I know some spots where, or a route that I could take that would be interesting to me to see what it is. So I'll probably do that next year, and maybe I don't know. We're just gonna mess with it, and if if the DNR wants any of my information, I'll gladly hand it over to them and tell them where my route is, and do all that, which some friends have suggested that I offer it to them. So I might get with somebody in the Department of Natural Resources here in Iowa and see what they say. But as of now, that's the report that I have in Northwest Iowa. I do know that in some spots even farther east than me, um, the friends that I have that work on the gravel roads and stuff, have told me that they have seen a ton of birds. So if you're asking me, I've got a lot of messages on social media. If you're asking me where to hunt in Iowa, and I know all my friends are going to be mad for me saying this, but I don't care. If you go north of Highway 20 and you go west of Interstate 35, or even you could go even, at Interstate 35, you could go probably 50 miles on the other side of east side of Interstate 35. But if you go on that and you go all the way across the state, that northwest corner ish, northwest, what would that be? Fourth of the state, you will have no problem finding birds. Now, finding ground to hunt will be a different story. I mean, I know there is a ton of great IHOP properties up there. Properties. IHOP. IHOP. Yeah, that's good, Tim. I have properties that you can walk that are unbelievable great cover. So um I would recommend, if you don't want to go all the way to South Dakota and you want to just stay in state and you want to, hunt some birds, I would say go to um that area of the state. Now I know the southwest corner has got really good bird populations in it too. They've got more quail, so if you want to go after quail, go down there. But the state will come out with their survey, and you'll see what they have to say. But as of right now, 2022 is shaping up to be a really good year. So if you guys would like and subscribe to my page on YouTube, go check out my website, beardeduplander.com, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys want me to do. If you got any suggestions on something you want me to do, just leave it. I'm all for, answering anybody's questions about any birds, dogs, any of that stuff. I'm glad to help. I do know that I'm going to be doing some reviews on some products that I use coming up on the YouTube channel. And if you want, go listen to my podcast that I have with a good friend of mine, Nolan Rolston. We have Heartland Legacy Podcast. There's our logo. It's where you can listen to podcasts. Just punch it in Heartland Legacy, and it will come up. We really appreciate all the support. I do know that we're going to have a store opening up with some merch for everybody to wear if they want to rep us. Just wear our stuff. So the design's pretty cool. Got a couple other designs coming out, but yeah. So the videos just before this on the intro are birds from this year. And then on the back side of this part of the video, I'm going to dump all the birds that I kicked up this year. So I'm going to dump all the clips of everything that I saw this year on the back side of this video. So just enjoy all of it. There's a really good rooster that gets up and he cackles the entire way across that bean field, and you can hear it. So it's kind of cool. It's just, it's fun. So it brings the doldrums of summer. We can actually do something, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. So it won't be long. We'll be out chasing birds. We'll be out in cooler weather, just doing what we love, following the dogs. And I appreciate all of you. We'll talk to you later. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Good mama. Shh.